Yes, people, we were up after Fraud Watch just talking shit, actually, rambling on. Charlotte was banging on about how Pulisic, she doesn't want him anymore. We were talking about Haaland. And we got talking about the Premier League, and we thought, why are we doing this off stream? We should be doing this on stream and get you all involved. So please smash the like button, share, subscribe, and have your say in the comments and let us know what you think. But we're going to get into it. Kesh is in, but he's out. We've got Igal. Charlotte's here, obviously. Tish will be on the post, and Prime when he's ready to jump back in. Should we save the big game of the weekend till last? Do you think we should do that?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll save that. I wanted to talk Arsenal first, but Cash isn't here, so we'll wait for them. Any games you want to talk about first? Anybody want to talk about a certain game first?
The Fulham game.
City West Ham.
Let's do City West Ham. City West Ham. That's an interesting game for me, because I remember when Yannicka was doing her stream on Sarcasm City, and I was like, Antonio's going to score, right? And actually, it was a good goal. I swear the whole I put my house on it. He's going to score a goal. Blah blah blah.
Pull up the game schedule. Pull up the game schedule, Indiana. Should be the best way to do it.
Prime, can you do that on yours?
What to do?
The game schedule, the Premier League game schedule, and share screen. Can you do that?
I'm gonna have to open a new tab about that.
You probably got about 50 open already, haven't you? Good man. Let's get into this game then. Let's start with Charlotte. How do you see this game? What are the big talking points going to be in this game?
Do you know what? I think West Ham will get goals. I think it'll either be 3-2 or 2-1. Kind of feeling that it's going to be an interesting game because West Ham, they have scored against City before, but City are on really a deadly form at the minute where they're just getting goals for fun. Whereas West Ham have been on a great, they haven't been messing about. They're still in the top four at this stage of kind of the league. Usually they kind of die down. So I think this is going to be an interesting game to see if this is kind of on their decline or whether it's a couple of more games before their decline. I think City will win it, but I think it will be close. I think 2-1 or 3-2. I think City are going to be gunning for goals, but West Ham want it, and they seem to be on form. Antonio, Rice, they've all been on form at the minute. It's not like they've had any injuries or anything. I think it's going to be really interesting.
I want to talk about players because I don't want to be doing the same show as GNA TV because we already done this today. This is Gem's thing, Ad's thing. I want to talk
I think Antonio will get a goal though. I think Antonio will get both goals. I think Antonio will get both goals. I don't even see anyone else getting on the score sheet. I think Antonio will be on the score sheet. So he has this kind of thing against City where he likes to turn up and get them goals. And I think he will.
Let me ask you a question, Charlotte. Who's the X factor for this game? Who's the player who's going to show up and win the team the game? Because let's do the North American thing, the X factor. Let's do it.
I think. Oh, that's interesting. And I think Noble could maybe steal a goal.
Suchek.
I think Noble could steal the goal. It could go either way, but I think Noble will steal it. Although Lingard at the minute has been, since he decided to turn up at West Ham, he has been getting the goals. So maybe Antonio and Lingard will be competing for goals. I think you're going to have two players that you want to keep an eye out for, and City are really going to want to watch. That's Lingard and Antonio. I think they're literally going to be the X factor of this match.
Can we talk about Lingard actually?
Yeah.
So everyone said he was like a dead baller. You know, there's
Not
nothing. He's got
Natish.
nothing.
Not Natish.
He's
Natish
got
said
nothing
he
left.
wanted him at Arsenal.
Natish, let's hear from you then. That's your opinion on Jesse Lingard, and are you surprised by his form for West Ham?
No, I'm not surprised by his form, but the thing is that, I mean, at Arsenal, we have worse players, in my opinion, than him. And that is why when he was linked with Arsenal, I could see what they wanted. He can carry the ball. He has a good finish. The only problem is the Manchester United pressure is too much for sometimes for some players. And I think Lingard just crumbled under that, and it didn't work out for him. And even if he today goes back to Manchester United, he may become the same old Lingard that we know at Manchester United.
Yeah.
But because he has that freedom and he has a luxury at West Ham, that he has a lot less pressure on him. So I think if he remains at West Ham and he propels them into the top four and they actually finish in the top four, I think he will permanently move and play under David Moyes.
Yeah, no, I can see that. My big thing was, and everyone knows this. I wanted, but I think Mourinho should have had him at Spurs if he really wanted him, and I actually understand why he wanted Jesse Lingard. Like, he's full of energy. Technically, he's actually very good. I agree with the Man United pressure. He just needed a fresh start. I think he would have offered a lot to Spurs. Do any of you think he would have done a good job at Spurs for them?
No.
Again, I think the Spurs kind of play that you are seeing, the playing style, it's more or less just between Harry Kane and Son. Even the likes of Lucas Moura are not able to fit into that kind of the playing style. They're not able to. Other players are not able to produce that much. So it's just made for those two kind of players, and the rest of it is like more a defensive style of play. So if not for maybe Reguilon, I think Spurs would have struggled even more than what they're struggling now. So I think Jesse Lingard is lucky that he has gone to the right club, that is West Ham United. And if he's able to do what he's doing already, I think then he will be definitely moving to West Ham, because West Ham will also be needing some players, because they will be also probably getting rid of some of the other players that they have, some of their deadwood. And even I guess Mark Noble will be retiring soon. I think he's almost come to the end of his career now.
Yeah.
So
No,
they also need
Yeah,
someone.
I think Lingard's kind of really suited West Ham play. He's fitted in really well. His first game, he was like, bam, 2 goals. He's like, yep, I've turned up, I'm here, and what? And I think that was like for me personally, and I don't want this to sound horrible, but I think it is going to come across horrible. I think Jesse Lingard is a mid-table player. Like, he's a West Ham suited team.
That's his
He's
level.
not a
He's
not a
found his level.
top 6
He can
team.
excel
He's
there,
not
yeah.
a top 6 team. He's going to excel at West Ham.
I agree.
Look at him now. He's getting these goals. Like, he's doing well. But I don't think he's a top 6 team player, which is why I think he was struggling to get in the team. He's just not capable enough. Like, and when you get Bruno Fernandes, he doesn't have a stand a chance. I think, yeah, he's a mid-table, and I think good luck to him at succeeding at West Ham.
I'm not necessarily sure if he will end up at West Ham. I have a cheeky feeling the likes of Leicester will go in for Jesse Lingard come the summer. But what you
even
guys
with
are
Madison
saying,
and Justin and all these players.
I do, because what you understand, Lingard is a versatile player. Right?
Actually,
will
sorry,
be
Cash,
times-
you are right, because they wanted Odegaard, isn't it?
Yeah. There'll
Yeah,
be
they were
times where
looking
you'll see Madison play deeper, and you'll see Lingard in the 10 position. So it kind of works out for them, and he's not going to be too expensive. You're right in regards to his performances at a West Ham. For me, I've said it for years, that is Lingard levels. If you look at his contribution at Man United, it was never of the caliber that you expect from a Man United player, especially in a attacking role as a 10 position. Yes, he got the odd key goals in the cup final. He scored twice against Arsenal and everything. But if that's the be and all to what Man United fans want, then it just shows the levels. But nah, West Ham is perfect for him.
And I'll just add one thing about mentality. See, if you're at Manchester United, there are better players around you. So if you're not up to the mark, or if you're not up to the level, the better player may not pass the ball to you. or sometimes the better player may overlook you. But at West Ham, when he's gone to this club, he's gone from Manchester United to West Ham. And so if you are like playing at a lower level club, they will obviously play more to you and try to feed you the ball more than what he might have gotten at Manchester United, because even his teammates must be knowing at Manchester United, this guy can't score shit. So what's the point of feeding him the ball all this time? And he'll just waste the opportunity. And the form that he was last season, I think he just got one goal against Leicester the whole season. That was the only goal that he got in the entire season. I remember someone lost around $500 because of that. He had predicted that Lingard will go the whole season without scoring a single goal, but Schmeichel gifted him that goal at the end.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So so when
he was never a first team player though. Really, at Man United, you wouldn't be. I think there was a period where he was on form and he was playing well, but he was never really lighting up the world. Do you know what I mean, Lingard? But for Manchester United, even at his very best, he was great in cups. He could come on and do a job. He defends from the front, but he was never that next level X factor number 10 that Manchester United needed for me.
And also when he started off his career, he was like under a lot of good managers, but then even Manchester United has been changing their managers a lot. So he started off from 2011. So he must, and obviously was a youth player as well. So he must have been. It is confusing for sometimes for young players as well as to what am I doing at this club or what is my role in the team and all those things. So I think that has also been a factor with respect to him, and no one considered him to be world class in the first place. And United has always been buying so many players. Now I think such a similar case could be with Daniel James as well.
Yeah, no, just a little side note. Ramos has just signed a new contract with Real Madrid for 2 more years till 2023, a salary of 12 mil. So Ramos is going nowhere.
I get the money situation. I just don't think with the way Madrid are playing at the minute, it's a good.
It's not a good idea.
Career move, no. I understand the money side.
He is a leader for them, though, isn't he? He is a leader.
Yeah, but just because you're a leader. Like, look at Madrid now. Like, I'm sorry.
They're going to spend in the summer, though.
You know, I get that, but I don't know if it's a good career move for him. I understand the money side, and you've just been offered a new contract with a shitload of money, but I don't know career-wise if it's. But then again,
you have to ask yourself. He's obviously looked at whatever offers he had on the table from other clubs, and
PSG,
it might not be.
No, of course, of course.
PSG is not really.
And cash, can they buy someone in? That's part of it as well. When you think
Jesse Lingard's not good, man. Jesse Lingard's not good. The man is not good. How good is he really? Let's be real. How good is he? That's his level.
No, he's good enough to do a job.
His level. He's at his level. He is where he's supposed to be. You know what? Manchester United fans know it. Football fans know it. This is his level. The reason why he's doing good at West Ham is because he's in a team that needs him to perform. Manchester United does not need him to perform. Manchester United can win games without him. So when you're in a small team, you can be a big fish in a small pond. When you're a small fish in a big pond, you don't get noticed, you get overlooked. And you know what? He's somebody who strives in it with the attention. That's my point on it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think it's very much like Ross Barkley. I think he's one of those players. At Villa, he's one of those that. Do you know what he is? Right, they're both the type of player that you would love to have on the training ground. Do you know what I mean? Like the high energy player, technically good, but when it comes to the games and having to think quick and be consistently good and lead, it's a very different scenario. So yeah, Lingard will kill it there. Do you know what will happen there with Lingard? I said it. I put it in a tweet today. Lingard will have a good season with them. Southgate will take him to England, and Foden will be on the bench. That's what will happen. I can see it. I can see it happening under Southgate. He's that kind of guy. Unfortunately,
I know Southgate is kind of cranky, but I don't think he's taking Lingard back now. He has a lot of good players.
You'll be surprised.
I was literally just to be really horrible and say that. Hold on, 2 seconds. that
Okay, go ahead.
Lingard is not England material right now. Fact. When you look at the competition that you have around him, like that he has around him, tell me that Lingard's England material, because he's not right now.
He ain't. But look, Prime, you should probably run a poll on Twitter.
Big up Gio in the
Ask
chat as well,
people,
man.
is Jesse Lingard at his level, or could he go to a bigger club than West Ham? Because I don't think if he was at a bigger club than West Ham, he would do as good. Even at Everton or Leicester, he would
Egal.
still not show as good as he is.
Igal, just wanted to ask you one thing. So you said that we shouldn't take him at Arsenal, but right now West Ham is doing better than us with respect to the table and everything else. So do you think he would fit in at Arsenal, or do you think still we don't need him? Like, I
Okay,
mean, not
let me
because of
flip it on
level
you. Let me
comparison.
flip it
Yeah.
on you. David Moyes, he's the manager right now at West Ham. Just because
Yeah.
he's doing good at West Ham, do you think we should take him at Arsenal? Stop this.
I would have taken him for the qualities that he has. And
No,
the pricing again.
I agree. He can do a job. He can do a job. But I think for Arsenal, I think they are in a position where they can actually
need
buy
someone-
first team players for
We're in a
longevity.
position-
Yeah,
we're in a
yeah,
position
I
that we
can see that.
need-
And
we
Odegaard
need-
might come good.
Thing is, if we're looking at the number 10 position, you need someone who's going to be a catalyst. You need someone who's going to come and elevate the rest of the team when it comes to the transition and going forward and attacking. Jesse Lingard is not going to offer you that. And even if he does, it's not going to be at a consistent level. Yes, he might pop up here and there with 1 or 2 goals, but he's not the guy that we should be looking at when it comes to long term.
I would take
and
Thomas
actually trying to
Suchek.
build a project.
Cash. What about Thomas Suchek? If we're going to talk about West Ham players, Thomas Suchek is the guy that I would take. Or even Declan Rice.
Nah, I wouldn't take them. I wouldn't take them. Yes, very good players, but you have to look at the sort of players we signed. You signed Partey recently. You need the right combination. You can't just throw another midfielder in just because he's good. You need to find the right profile. What is that player good at? Partey right now, he needs someone who's going to be receiving the ball from deep, got very good on the ball when it comes to being progressive, shall I say, and also very aware when it comes to defending. Like, you can't just throw anyone next to Partey.
But then Kesh, Rice and Partey could be a good combination then for the same reason, like instead of a Xhaka.
Don't get me wrong. Rice would be a lot better than Xhaka. But
Yeah.
in terms of getting on the ball and dictating and, probing, I don't really see that in Rice's game. Yes, he's got the diagonal balls and everything here and there, but I don't think that's all we need.
Listen, we'll get onto Arsenal. But as we go through the teams, I wanna ask a question because we're midway through the season. We've seen a lot of these teams. We've seen where they're likely to be come the end of the season. So let's start with West Ham. In terms of players in, what do they need? What is priority number 1 for West Ham in the window? Start with Kesh.
Me, it will be a striker. If they manage to get Europa League or somehow get in the Champions League, they're going to need that person who's going to be able to bag them at least 15 goals a season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair enough. Egal?
Squad depth. I don't think they have the squad depth to go into Europe and actually compete because they're going to be competing on European front in the league and in cup competitions. They don't have the squad to do that. The reason why they're overachieving right now is because they have a small squad with not too many players, and they don't change their starting 11 too much. Let's be real.
Yep. Charlotte, what do you think they need this summer?
A goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like Kesh said, they need a striker. Because if they do make it into let's just say they magically make it into Champions League, they're gonna need something. Even if they're in Europa League, they're gonna need a good goalkeeper, someone that's actually gonna keep these goals out and actually against players that are like 10 times better than them. And that's not me being horrible, but I'm just stating facts now. I think they need a striker because they're going to need some goals, and if they're not getting the goals they're getting this season aren't. It's not what you need. So yeah.
Yeah, no, cool.
I might even say go ahead, strengthen the defense as well, because you have.
That's asking a lot, though, isn't it? Like
No,
3
I'm not. I'm
positions.
not just just buy 3 players. Like it's if you're gonna get to the Champions League, like just say like hypothetically they make it to the Champions League, you're gonna
like
need
a
3
true
players.
Chelsea fan, that is. Just go and buy 3 players.
The
The
thing
Tish,
is,
They also need to raise their expectations. Their expectations are always going to be as a small club. They're not going to be. Their expectations are never going to be get into Champions League, get into Europe all the time. Their expectations are always just to stay in the league first and get as high as they can. And if they can possibly compete for a trophy, it would be great. But it's not the be on end all.
yeah. The Tish, what's your feelings on it?
If they make it to the Champions League, one, they need to retain their players because a lot of their players are being linked away. I think Lampard going away, I think may save Declan Rice for West Ham and the fact that they're doing well. But Souček might be a target for a lot of people. Cresswell could be a target as well. So some of the players are there. I think they've already sold a couple of players as well. I think Snodgrass has left the club. So, so they will have to first retain. Again, if they make it to the Champions League, I think they will need to sign at least 5 players to stay in the Champions League next season. If they make it to the Europa, at least they need to get 3 players. One has to be. I don't think they need a goalkeeper. I think Fabianski can do a job if on his day. But I think they need.
He's on loan, yeah.
Yeah, they need a backup for Antonio because they have made him into a striker, but obviously they need another backup striker. I think they need a quality midfielder as well because, as we said, that Mark Noble will be retiring soon. So I don't know how long he'll go on for. Maybe he may play one more season with the temptation of the Champions League or the Europa League. And I think one defender is also needed at the back, so that if at least they have a backup defender as well. So these are the minimum requirements, but obviously more additions help. If they get money from the Champions League, I think they'll be able to at least get maybe around 4 to 5 good players.
Yeah. No, I don't know whether Prime's still in the stream or not. Oh yeah, I can see you now. Prime, what do you think they need?
you're muted, bro.
Charlotte Dip.
West Ham, striker or goalkeeper. Yeah, probably a striker and a goalkeeper. Their squad is quite good. I don't think they're going to finish in top 4. They probably might get a European spot, considering Man City or Spurs. One of them will win the Carabao Cup, and as well as finishing the European spot. And yeah, I think West Ham do need to invest, but I think the big miss for them is if Declan Rice leaves. Even though Lampard is still not at Chelsea.
Links to Man United.
Man United.
I hope we don't do that deal. That will kill our window, man.
West Ham, if they can keep Declan Rice as well as invest in a good goalkeeper and a quality striker, which, to be honest, it shouldn't really be that expensive to get because there are quality players all around for cheap. They can do that. They're in business.
Yeah, no, I agree. They need to do some business.
Their run of fixtures, or I think they got one big club, then mid-table club, then a big club. I'm not quite sure if their form will follow through for the rest of the season, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think history tells you they're likely to drop off. But I do like their side, you know. I do like watching West Ham play football.
No, I do as well.
I can't lie. It's it'd be great to see them get European football. I'd like it even more because it would mean for me Liverpool don't get it.
What I like even more about it is the fact of I've been talking about Declan Rice all season, and it seems like only now he's starting to get the respect that he deserves.
Yeah,
the thing with Rice,
Lanzy's right. He's worth whatever the buying club value him at. Really, if he's up for 100 million, and a Manchester United pay 100 million, they value him at 100 million, or they're not paying that. Do you know what I mean?
That's a madness, though.
That is crazy. Yeah, no,
That
I'm
is a
with you.
madness
100
because
is just a number that
if you look around Europe, you can find someone just as good as Rice for far
yeah,
less.
no, I agree. There's the thing is for me, we all know there's an English tax and there's a Manchester United tax. So, like, I personally, as a Man United fan, I do not want to see that deal being done
as
at
well
all.
as an Ed Woodward tax.
No, but you
Yeah.
also need to
because
remember.
that means we get him half price in the January if there's a Woodward
No,
tax.
it'll mean Ed Woodward will pay an extortionate
Extra.
amount beyond what's needed.
120.
Let's
Yeah,
not
Ed
talk
Woodward
about, let's not
negotiates like SpongeBob. You'll come to him with a deal. He'll be like, okay, the player costs 60 million. He'll be like, okay, 40. No, 60. Okay, 50.
Honestly,
No, 60.
if you're
No,
gonna
okay, I'll give you 80. Okay.
if you're dropping 100 million on Declan Rice, you might as well
Oh
go.
man,
You might as well go and drop.
It's too early
You
in the
might as
morning
well
for
go
that.
and drop 800 mil on Camavinga.
If you guys had 100 million to spend on a player and you guys would have gotten Haaland, today you guys would be in a better position with Bruno and Haaland than if you would have got Sancho, 110%. I don't know
Yeah.
why you guys are so obsessed with Sancho. It's absolutely ridiculous. You need a striker.
No, I see. I've been reading reports that Man United are not in for Sancho anymore. I was going to do this as an actual stream on the channel, Man United stream. They're not in for Sancho. They're looking at Koundé, and like in centre back, and obviously like everyone else, they're looking at Haaland.
No, United dropped out of the Koundé race.
No, they haven't dropped out of it. They're just saying they're not paying the. I think it was 60. Was it 68 mil?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, but this is Woodward, isn't it? He'll test them. Wait till the last day of the window. Listen, you're going to take the deal or not? No, okay, then we're not buying him. That's what he does, and this is what I'm saying. This is what happened with Man United. They're going for Haaland the whole window and end up with Danny Ings on a free. That's what will happen, and we'll waste all of our time doing the deal. That's just Manchester United.
No, but Danny Ings is a good striker. But if you want, we can sell you Lacazette. I think Cash and Igal will want Lacazette.
A good striker. If you want, you can take Phil Jones. That's more Arsenal style. You're like Willian, Phil Jones, Pepe, and Bellerin. You'll be killing it. Oh, and David Luiz. I think this is it should be a cert, right? It should be a Man City win. Does anybody else have any different opinions?
I won't rule out West Ham.
Yeah,
it should be a Man City win, but I won't rule out a draw. I can see a 1-1 draw.
I get the feeling. Even though Pep has changed his squad around a bit for the Champions League one, I think they will be a bit tired mentally. I feel, and West Ham could actually capitalize on that. So I think it could be possibly maybe a 2-1 to West Ham.
Oh, we'd love it to happen.
I would love it too. So Man United can get back in the race and drop out the Europa League. You'll be doing us a favour.
Yeah, no, I like it. West Brom, Brighton. We spoke about.
Who's to say United's going to beat AC Milan?
Go and check that channel out, please. Back to Man City. Who do Man City need? What position do they need the most?
Right wing striker.
Nothing. They have
No, they need a right winger. Mahrez, tired. He's not the same guy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't depend on him. Honestly, can't depend on him.
Let's be real though. Mahrez starts in every single other team in the Premier League.
We know that, but we're not talking about every other team. We're talking about Man City.
Yeah, we're talking about them just adding players, aren't we?
We're talking about a Man City who's going to be champions going into next season. We won't want to repeat the same BS that we saw from them last year that made Liverpool got their title.
I will just say that I don't think they need another winger, even though Bernardo Silva might be leaving them. I think Gabriel Jesus should be shifted to the wings, and they need a proper striker.
Pep ain't going to do that.
He needs a proper striker.
Pep ain't going to do that. They need a proper striker, but he's not going to compensate for Gabriel Jesus.
Dupe says Haaland.
To play as a winger. He's not a winger. He's not going to play as a right wing offer what Pep demands from his wingers.
What about the Messi links? Is there any truth in that? Do we feel?
You know what? I'm starting. Listen, as much as I'd love to see Messi in the Premier League, realistically, Barca's going to get a new president. He's going to end up offering Messi a new deal. Messi's going to sign it because Messi's only upset because of the people in charge of Barca right now. As soon as they're gone, it's going to be all friendly, and he's just going to sign a new deal.
No, but unless Barca gets some money from any sponsorship, they're already in 1 billion debt.
They are, but you have to understand is a lot of these deadwoods that Barca's got, you're going to probably see a lot of them get moved on. And remember, this is Barca. They can sort a sponsor out if they want to.
Yeah, but Kesh, like, is there anything in the fact that Barcelona really need to buy more players? Messi's obviously huge wages. And then you've got Man City, a club who can afford them. Would be looking for a player like Messi who have Pep Guardiola. And remember that Manchester United is still trying to stabilize themselves as a big club in Europe. Like the brand of Messi to Manchester United would bring them so many fans. It's unreal. It would grow them. So
I agree, but I just listen. I just get the feeling. Remember, as I said, the feeling right now between Messi and Barcelona is all to do with the person that's in charge, the president. He doesn't like the president that's in charge right now. Then, for some reason, I got the feeling he's gonna feel guilty leaving Barca in this dire situation. So I have a feeling that he will commit. And this president, once he comes in, he's gonna move out a lot of these players because he was there during Barca's successful period, and he's gonna try and run it the way he did before.
Yeah.
A couple of things, but hasn't he already put down that request to already leave? I think he did that in January. So I think he's anyways going.
But the president is not. What's cool? He doesn't know if the president's going to win or not.
Yes,
Listen,
I get that.
If Messi goes to Man City, then City fans can roll out getting Haaland.
No, he's not going to City. That is what I was just trying to say.
If he's going to go anywhere, it's going to be PSG.
PSG, yes, they are selling Mbappe to Real Madrid possibly, and then he'll go back play with Neymar.
And Real Madrid afford that 160.
Yes.
Yes, they have saved the money last window as well. And the reason I say Messi can't go to City is because they barely survived FFP with a fine. If this time they beat
they'll be all right. They'll be all right getting Messi. They'll be more than all right.
They won't be all right
because FSP is not. It's not going to be about what they're offering Messi. They got in trouble because of they was potentially accused of financial doping. That's why they was in trouble, not because that they're in the red or anything like that. Them signing Messi alone by shirt sales will pay for Messi's whatever contract they give him. It will be like 2 or 3 years max. Those shirt sales will pay for Messi anyway, because it's not like they're going to be paying a transfer fee or anything. All they're going to be doing is giving them the wages.
No, I think they're unless they're getting rid of maybe like Aguero and
He's gone. Aguero's gone though. They're not offering a new deal.
No, exactly. If that happens, then maybe they won't be in any kind of problem. But if they are retaining some of their big wage players, then that could be a case with FFP again. As I was saying, that they have survived it and they may not want to tickle the wrong move there, because Messi may barely have, maybe you can say, a couple of years in his career left, because he's not as, you can say, as vibrant or as fit as Ronaldo, even though he still is Messi. Messi is Messi. But I still don't know how long he has left in his career.
See, I don't understand this notion that fans give that Messi would come to the Premier League and flop. Messi on any day, whether it's in the Premier League, whether it's Champions League football, international football, anything, Messi is a football fanatic. Like, everything he does is it's the purest.
And
he doesn't need pace.
And at City, Cash, he'd be fine at City.
City keeps the ball anyway. Remember that. Yeah. They keep the ball so well. He's not going to have to do all that tracking back and everything.
No, I agree. Like, I want to move on. Firstly, though, a quick yes or no. We'll go through. Is Haaland going to Manchester City? Start with Prime. Yes or no?
You're muted, bro.
No, he's not.
No. Kesh?
No.
Igal?
No.
Latish?
I think they have better options, so no.
Okay, cool. I agree. I think.
Also, can I just add? I'm one of those Chelsea fans that I'm not believing Haaland's coming to Chelsea either. So
Yeah, we'll get on to Chelsea. I don't believe he's going to Chelsea either. I think I'll say it now. I think Chelsea get Sancho. I think City, if they're going to go for a striker, I think Martinez fits the profile a lot more. And I think Haaland stays at Dortmund and eventually moves on to Bayern. That's how I see that one going. But West Brom. Let's move to West Brom. Firstly, can they stay up? Can Big Sam do it again?
Scroll down on the table.
Can I go first on this one?
Yeah. You go. You can go first. And what do they need if they do manage to stay up? What do they need?
They're going down, 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 down. I'm telling you, they're not. There's no way. Sam Allardyce's voodoo is
No
not
way.
going to work this time.
There's 3 wins.
There's nothing that they can get that will keep them higher than Fulham.
You don't think they can get
And
something
higher
out of
than
Brighton?
They
Newcastle.
can.
No.
They can. Listen,
No,
they
they
can.
won't.
They can. I don't believe they will, but they can. It will all depend on their results against the likes of Newcastle, if they still got them, Fulham, and the Brightons. Those are the games that are must wins. And if they manage to win those games, then all those teams get drawn into it. And then when you get to like the last 3-4 games, that's when you'll see who's got the ball to stay up.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Newcastle playing Fulham on the last day of the season?
There you go. So people can get drawn into it. All West Brom need to do is get 3 wins.
But again, see, I think the players have also, like, they were starting to fight under Bilic, and they got a point out of Manchester City before he got sacked. And I think the board and their management has totally screwed things up. Like, they have gone for the Sam
But
Allardyce
he was already
hype.
gone. He was already gone. He'd already agreed to leave. Like,
Yeah, so they had taken a call, like, when the performances started improving. Even before the City game, I think they had a couple of good games and they were improving. And the thing is, they never backed him, but they promised Big Sam, that we'll be giving you a certain set of money, a certain amount of money for the January transfer window. Had they backed Bilic in the summer with the same, I think he would have done way better than what already the team was doing. And
Listen,
they fed into the hype.
Listen, I said it. I said Sam would have saved them, yeah. But you know what? See that striker that they got on top? Listen, telling you, he's up for the battle, bruv. And once you got a striker that's up for the battle, you've got a chance.
Okay, let's move it on to Brighton. Start with Prime. Firstly, do Brighton stay in the Premier League? And if they do, what is their priority signing got to be in the summer?
Difficult one, man. Their recruitment is so weird.
they need creativity. They're Brian Adam Lallana, and I know he's played games, but I don't really think he's done anything. Brighton play a good brand of football, and they seem to have a good team. But I just think they need more creativity because they need to get goals from somewhere. They've got Mopai, who's a good striker. They've got good forwards. But I just think it's that final pass. So if they can get a creative.
Yo, guys, I'm gonna go. Thanks for having me on Indian. I appreciate it, bro.
Sweet.
Peace go.
No worries, man. Take it easy, go.
Yeah. So if they can get a creative midfielder, like a number 10, maybe, even add a striker if possible. But yeah, I think one signing is what they need, or one big signing is what they need.
No, I agree with you. Like, see, Adam Lallana, he's a bit of a weird one. He's gifted, both-footed, but I've never really seen him as this creative force. I think I wouldn't even want to check his numbers right now, but I doubt he's ever had more than probably 7 or 8 assists per season. So they need to find someone who's a lot more effective, a lot more good going forward, and got the vision to slip someone in. But then again, you have to ask yourself, they really do attack only on the right hand side majority of the time, and that's with Lamptey. So
Who's their best player?
for me, they are a bit one dimensional when it comes to creating, and that's where they struggle.
Yeah, I mean, again, Lamptey is their best player. So imagine a wing back being their best player. So that says a lot. I mean, I get it. Maupay was also like kind of scoring goals at times, but I think the clear best one is like him, Lamptey currently, and that too they got him this summer from Chelsea before the start of the season. So they need a few goal scorers, but I think with respect to Brighton, it will be between Brighton and possibly Fulham and Newcastle. One of these three will go down. Even Burnley could be involved in this.
Yeah. No, I don't think Burnley will be involved.
Yeah, I was going to say I
Burnley will
don't
be involved.
I don't think Burnley will be.
See, Burnley, yeah,
I think they got enough.
they're the opposite of a Bayern Munich. Like, I know a lot of people saying Bayern Munich's been playing poor in the league, but Bayern Munich, the Germans, when it comes to Champions League football, they know how to switch it on. When Burnley sees that they're not safe, they switch it on like that, and that's what they're good on. And that's why I don't think they'll ever get into a relegation battle like that.
No, I agree. What's the next game? What's the next game we're going to pick, Prime?
Just one thing. Can I quickly just add one thing?
Yeah.
Burnley's next. I'm just looking at Burnley's next 5 fixtures: Spurs, Leicester, Arsenal, Everton, Southampton, and there is a United one there as well after that. So that is why, again, if you see these kind of fixtures, if they actually get messed up, they could be going down, and like they could get out of it. But I'm saying that is why I'm saying that they will be there in that relegation battle.
Yeah, no, it's possible. I just don't see it. I think they have enough. Because I think have they got Liverpool this weekend? Who have they got this weekend?
How many points? How many points they on? How many points they on?
Spurs.
28.
They're on 28.
Yeah.
So they're literally 12 points away from that safety.
No, the third spot is the main one. 22 and 28, 6 points.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to let's just pick out teams. Sheffield United. We'll start from the bottom, work our way up. How are they going to be able to save their season?
They ain't.
Do we see it, or are they done?
They're done. They're done, man.
We all agreed they're done.
Yeah.
I think they are a couple or 3 losses away from getting relegated. That will be confirmed. I think not 3, maybe I think it was 5. I don't remember. I think 5 more losses and they're done. Relegation confirmed.
They're done, man. Their recruitment was so poor, honestly. They recruited so bad, and this
again, please.
This is why they're in that situation that they are.
Okay, West Brom, we've done. Fulham. What about Fulham? Can Fulham stay in the Premier League? If they do stay in the Premier League, you can see their fixtures there. What do they need in the window? Start with Prime.
When we did during our transfer window, and we did a few shows talking about what players need, what teams need.
Yeah.
I think with Fulham, really, it's a source of goals because they've got a good team and they play good football. But I think if they find a way to get a source of goals, maybe from this man, Alexander Mitrovic, get him firing.
Yeah, because he's not been firing, and actually, I rate him as a goal scorer. You know, as a striker, I do rate him.
Yeah, like 18 games. 18 games, 2 goals. I know he's not mobile, but he's a threat. Was it
he is
United
a threat.
game? United game when he came on for like the last 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
He posed some sort of a threat. So I think
that's what he's good at, though. But that's what he's good at, though. He's coming on the last minute when a team is chucking the kitchen sink.
Yeah,
he's a target man. But in terms of starting, that's what he's essentially good at. But in terms of starting a game and being a threat for 90 minutes, I don't think he's that guy. How many teams
Do they stay up though,
across?
Cash?
Sorry.
Do they stay up?
No.
I wouldn't rule them out. I think it's possible, but they're gonna have to fight very hard to get these wins. They need at least a few more wins, and they'll be safe.
Yeah,
I think
no,
I think Mitrovic's biggest problem has been his fitness this season. He's not been fully fit as well. That is why he's become more of
Yeah.
a substitute. But I think Fulham's most you can say reliable, or the one person who can save them, I think, is Lukman,
Look, man.
because he has been scoring the goals for them. And
Mhm.
if he keeps firing, they will stay up.
Stay
If
up.
he can't perform, they're gone.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I think if they stay up, they need to work on their defense.
I think
What's that guy's name? That Robson, Antonio Robson guy. He's good going forward, but he's just awful defending. Awful.
who have they got, man? I can't remember his name.
And this guy almost ended up at AC Milan as well. You know?
Actually, Chelsea could have bought Robinson because we were linked to him.
Yeah, he's awful.
But Indiana, who are you thinking about? Is it Anguissa?
No, it's
What position?
I can't remember his name. Joe Bryan. I think he's a good player. I think they've got some good hard work.
Reed is a very good player. Reed.
Yeah, outstanding player. There's a lot of underrated players there. If Scott Parker can get it right, I see them staying up. Who's above them? Bring the table back. I can't remember who's above them.
Hold on.
Newcastle.
Newcastle. Do Newcastle stay up? And what do they need? What do they need in the window? Start with Prime, work way through. I just got to dip a minute.
Most Newcastle fans would say a new owner or a new manager. Newcastle. Yeah, maybe creativity. I don't know.
I don't think it's that. They need a new manager.
Yeah, but they're not going to get that. So player-wise, maybe it would be creativity.
They've got creativity though.
Have they?
They have. I just think I'm not one of those people that's on Steve Bruce back, because I think what he does is essentially what he does, but he's trying to do it with the wrong players. They're not going to be this 90 minutes defending, nick a goal. He's got a lot of flair players in there, and he's trying to play defensive football. You've got Almiron, Saint Maxim, Richie. People might say he's not as good as he used to be. Fraser, it wasn't only 2 seasons ago. He had 14 to 15 assists. They've got a lot of creative players there.
And maybe
I seriously don't think Almiron is good enough for the Premier League. He
Really?
runs. Yes, he runs without, like, you can say he does a Pepe. I feel he's quite similar to Pepe. He'll run with the ball, overplay it. At times, he doesn't have that decision making at the right time, and his finishing was also not that great. I think Pepe has better finishing than him as well.
Pepe,
in terms of
bro, to be honest, Pepe's playing for Arsenal, so you can't really compare the two.
No, I'm saying only with respect to individual play. I'm not talking about what Newcastle do.
But you'd expect that though. That's something you'd expect. That's why Arsenal gambled on signing a Pepe. They didn't gamble on signing Almiron because Almiron is not the level. But
yeah,
like when you look at the Newcastle team, if they was playing counter-attacking football, Almiron will be perfect to a T. It's just that I don't really know what they're really trying to do.
No, what I mean to say is, like, they have the likes of Callum Wilson up front. If he's can
got
stay
goals,
fit.
Though.
Who?
Almiron's got goals, though.
I mean,
not too many.
Almiron has 23 appearances, 4 goals in the Prem anyway.
In a defensive system, exactly.
Look at Callum Wilson.
No, Callum Wilson, compare him. He has a lot more goals than him.
He's a striker, though.
10 goals in the Prem.
Yes,
do you know what they really need? I think they need a really hard-working, creative, dominant centre midfielder.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would really change things for Newcastle.
Yeah, they need to move the likes of Shelby on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was going
No,
to say Shelby.
do you know what? I think Shelby can be really creative if he had the right partner. He's a very creative player. If he had the right,
He is, but you know what? When I look at Shelby, I feel like he's just going through the motions. Like since he's
Yeah.
left his Liverpool days, I think he's just playing because it's a job to him now. Like there's not that drive and hunger in him anymore.
yeah, no, I can see that. I can
See,
see that.
that could also be the reason, because that he's at a club and which is not ambitious enough. Like they don't care where the club goes, whether it gets relegated,
Yeah,
whether
it's
it is
true.
going up.
It's true.
So, one thing again, as I said, I am not too confident that Almiron is the right guy for Newcastle. They need someone who is very precise. If they can get such a player, at least Saint Maximin is. I think he's way better than Almiron when you compare
Oh,
the
he's
two.
moving on. I can.
Yeah,
I can.
he's got
I
he's
can.
got a deal in his contract. He signed a new contract with a deal to get out anyway.
Yeah,
He'll be
no,
moving on.
so because of the money that they spent, I think they spent around 20 odd million on Almiron. So I think they could have spent that money on getting someone that could have probably fit in better in their system. And for some reason, he looks similar to Pepe. For me, he looks lost in the Premier League at times. So, and I know he works very hard, but I don't see him like. I feel that if they could have had a better player there in that position, I think they could have done more. The transition could have been better than what it is. But the best thing that I want them to do is sign Joe Willock on a permanent transfer.
Yeah, no, they've got a team of players that
So
it feels
many
like they
duds,
just
bro.
thrown together,
Gale, Joel Linton, Andy
Yeah.
Carroll. Like it's a madness.
Yeah,
Christian
it is
Atsu.
crazy. Quickly, do we see them? I want to get through these quick. Just quickly, do we see them staying up? Yes or no?
For
Start with
Kendall's
them.
sakes, I hope so.
if they're signing even on loan players like Joe Willock, I think they deserve to get relegated then.
Okay, cool. Cash.
I hope so. I think they will just about get over the line.
Listen, Prime.
Yeah, they'll stay off because they're not one of the 3 worst teams in the league.
Okay, cool. Let's go to. We've done Brighton.
Fulham and them, man.
Did we do Burnley? Did we do Burnley?
No, we didn't.
We didn't do Burnley. What do Burnley need? And again, I suppose do they stay up? I mean, we spoke about
man.
we spoke about that already. I know, but I see them staying up even with their run of fixtures.
I'm going to say it now. They get a point from Tottenham tomorrow. They get a point or the win.
Oh, they win. I think they beat Tottenham.
I think the sixth game is the most crucial one. Burnley versus Newcastle in that fixture list. If Newcastle beats them, then I think Newcastle goes above them.
No, I disagree, because I think even if they lose that game, the games before, they will win at least 1 or 2 of those games. Right now, Newcastle have what's it called? Callum Wilson's out, so they're gonna go on a run of not getting any points. Newcastle's season's gonna be saved once he's back.
Did he not just return? I thought it was like a minor thing. He was not out for long. I mean, he was back.
I thought it was long term.
I think. Do you know what I think happens? I think they beat Tottenham.
Mm-hmm.
They lose to Leicester. Draw with Arsenal. Lose to Everton. Beat Southampton. Beat Newcastle. Beat Man United. Draw to Wolves. That's how I see the next few games going. I think Man United will lose to them. I can see that happening. I think
that's some good results.
Yeah, that's good results. I can see them doing it. The Spurs game, people like Dorothy and Eric Dyer, they don't want to fight. Trust me. And Burnley always turn up to fight. A set piece, a Barnes, like it's just. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. That one, but I see them staying up. What do they need though? What do they need in the window in the summer? They can get one position filled. What would it be?
just a brute, a brute in any position. That's what we need.
Just a quick update. Callum Wilson gone for 6 to 8 weeks, 5 to 8 weeks. Sorry. So
Yeah.
from
Wow,
so
that's
yeah.
massive for Chelsea.
Yeah, he's
That's
out for a minute,
massive.
man.
So Newcastle is messed up there.
Burnley, it's so difficult because I remember, was it the season before last season? Sean Dyche actually tried to change the style and tried to play football, and it just did not work. So you have to just go back to the long route, to the route one.
Mhm.
I don't know, probably a right winger, probably.
Do you know who would be good, right? Who would be good there, just to come off the bench when Newcastle get relegated? Andy Carroll, man. Andy Carroll.
He
He's
was
got
gonna say
Burnley
it.
written all over him, man. Man, he's
He
just
was gonna
like
say it.
he needs like I can imagine him with a Burnley tattoo. He's that good for them. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Prime. What do they need? What do Burnley need, man? Big up bits and bobs as well, man. He did a show. I haven't watched it yet, Bob, so we'll go back and watch it with Mr. Aaron United. So go and check that out, people, if you haven't seen that yet.
Burnley. They need. Yeah, I agree with Cash. I think a right winger
Okay,
because
cool.
they've got McNeil on the left, who's good. So if they can get like sort of a like for like on that right hand side, as such, because they've got Goodmanson, he's decent. Who else have they got? Robert Brady, fellow Irishman, but he's old and past it.
Yeah.
So yeah, if they can get like
so
a
a
right
right
winger,
A right
and step
winger.
in.
Because you know what you're gonna get from Burnley. They're gonna have
Yeah.
the two strikers up front. You just need to put it in good
Old
areas,
school, innit?
and they're gonna
old school.
That's
Would-
it.
It's old school football.
Would Dan
credit
James
to Sean
go there?
Dyche, man.
I think Dan James will be perfect for Burnley. Dan James will be perfect for Burnley.
Who's next, Prime? Who are we talking about next? Who's next in the league? Who's above Burnley? I'm so terrible at remembering the
Southampton.
Southampton. Do you know what? I really like Ralph Hasenhüttl. Like, I don't think he's an elite manager, but there's something about him, like the style of football when they're playing well. I know he's lost 9-0 2 seasons in a row. Oh, well, conceded 9 goals. Sorry, 2 seasons in a row. But I really like the guy. What do they need in the window, Southampton? If they could sign one player who's going to turn things around for them and get them towards Europe, what would it be? Natish, let's start with you. What do they need?
Probably another free kick specialist. No, but what? Okay, honestly, I think what has happened is since Kyle Walker-Peters has been injured, they have been dropping very easy points. Their defense has looked very, very shaky in comparison to what it was before. So I think one will be an additional defender who can make them maybe look better once if there are any kind of injuries. And apart from that, because they may be losing Danny Ings soon, they need another striker. So they will need another backup striker. If they get anything more than that, I think that will be great for them. But I think these two slots definitely need to be filled because
he's on a free, Ings, no? Am I right in saying that Danny Ings can you leave on a free?
Free, yeah.
I think he's disputing that. That is the dispute that is going on. I would have taken him. I wanted him at Arsenal as the backup for Lacazette. I mean, if we are getting rid of Lacazette, I would have taken Danny Ings because they're rather similar and he creates a lot as well.
Oh, listen, Danny Ings on form starts in front of Lacazette.
Without doubt.
That he's good. The problem is with Danny Ings, his fitness is a fitness issue. But Kesh, would you agree, or do you think they need to get a different position?
I think they need one or two. I think they need to replace Bertrand. And a striker, because if Danny Ings leave, then they're gonna be in such struggle next season, honestly.
Yeah.
So those two positions.
Okay. Prime, did you say what they need?
Southampton. Yeah. Here's the thing: if they keep Danny Ings, I don't think they need a backup striker as such because they've got He's got enough goals in Walcott, Che Adams, Redmond. However, if he does leave, yeah, they'll need to find a replacement quickly. But other than that, what?
Walcott on loan from Everton.
Yeah, I know, but he's gonna. I'm assuming he's gonna stay there permanently. Also, maybe a centre back.
So look, that's
Nah,
a lot of
I
signings
doubt
for
it.
Southampton.
Because they got Vestergaard, which is arguably their best. They've still got Salisu, who's recently come in this season. He's a very good young prospect. I think they're going to proceed with that partnership in the long run.
But
Okay.
but a versatile defender could not hurt them because they need one good versatile defender. Because again, as I said, Kyle Walker-Peters getting injured. Now they suddenly started giving away cheap goals. Even
True.
Vestergaard and Bednarak don't look the same without him.
Yeah, no, I'm inclined to agree with Kesh. I think if Danny Ings leaves, that 100% they need a striker. They have to get a striker. The thing is with Southampton, right? They've got some good players. Like they've got the best set piece taker in the league in terms of Ward-Prowse. Like I think as an all-round player, there's big flaws in his game. But if you turn around and said to me, Man United have gone and bought Ward-Prowse for 25, 30 mil, I wouldn't be angry at it.
I wouldn't complain. Yeah.
I wouldn't be angry. Do you know what I mean? Because there are things that he does offer. Like we're so used to being blessed with free kick takers in the Premier League, and I don't think we've ever had a number of seasons like we have without a lot of specialist set piece takers. Like Man United don't really have one. I don't think City really have one. A world-renowned set piece taker. I know that KDB is very good, but in terms of like conversion rate for free kicks, Arsenal don't have one.
You don't really see those anymore in the Premier now.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Ward-Prowse,
That's what I'm saying. Ward-Prowse is the only one. I mean, and his delivery is incredible. I think he can add 50, especially if you're a top side. He could have 15 goal contributions a season.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That was the thing. That was the thing when we bought Willian. I was expecting Willian to be taking all the free kicks, but for some reason it has not happened. Now, if Arsenal really need a guy like him, Ward-Prowse, because our deliveries into the box, the indirect free kicks are awful. So we should try to get free kicks or convert free kicks directly where there is no second person involved. Because I've seen the coordination between the likes of Dani Ceballos and the other players at the end. They don't know which way the ball is going to go. Some of our corner kicks don't even cross the first man. So I think we need him more than any other club right now, so that whatever free kicks we are getting, they are converted. Previously, when we had Sanchez, things were totally different. He would be a threat, not just running with the ball, but from anywhere on the pitch, he could just take a free kick and score.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Prime, who's next? I'm so bad, man, at remembering the order of the league.
Crystal Palace. Well, I mean, United aren't usually that low on the table, so it's fine. Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace. I think they're safe. They're going to finish mid-table. With Palace, what do they need? For me, they need a striker. When I think they could do with competition up top. That's where I see it. I think they've got talented wingers. Eze looks incredible. Zaha on his day. I don't know whether he's going to be able to get his move away to a bigger club. I don't know whether that's going to happen. I think he'll be way too expensive, and there are better options out there for clubs to spend their money on. But what do they need, Palace? What do you think, Kesh?
Palace, the old locals. For me, for years, I've always been looking at Palace midfield, and I think it's just too robust. Like, there's no one in there that I look at and I think he's a threat. Like, he's going to pick a pass out, he's going to drive, he's going to carry the team. They got both the McCarthys they got, is it? Am I right? And Milinkovic, or what his name is. I feel they need someone a lot more all-round than just work rate. So So if they can get that, then I think they'll be a better team. That Mata guy up top, he looks decent. He was scoring goals before he got to Palace. Depending on how he goes on for the rest of the season, they'll probably sign him on a permanent.
Yeah, I mean they you can see there they have actually got some really talented footballers. With Eze, Wilfred Zaha, Cahill. I still think Cahill's a good defender. He's not.
Mitchell's a very good left back as well.
Yeah, I think they've got some good players in there. MacArthur can do a job. Townsend, he's not done yet, as far as I'm concerned. Again, he's never going to be right at the top.
Their defense has been a problem this season. They've conceded so many goals. Every game they are conceding goals.
Yeah, but I kind of agree with Kesh with the midfield. Actually, now I think about it, I think if they had some better leaders in the midfield,
Imagine someone that can able to find Zaha. Like when you watch Palace, Zaha he's working at 100 miles per hour because he's the one that's trying to make things happen. Imagine if he could, on an odd day where there's someone that can just slip him through. He will be on more than 15 goals a season, in my opinion.
And somebody better defensively. Actually, a defensive midfielder. Someone helps out the centre backs a little bit more, sits a little bit deeper.
Is Scott Dan still there?
He was still there. If I remember.
Bloody hell, bro. They need to move these guys on, bro. Scott Dan, what? I think was Birmingham not in the Prem when they got him? Like, it's madness.
Yeah, he's 34 now.
That's how many years ago. Yeah, they need to move that guy on, man.
Prime, what do you think Palace need?
Mandan Palace. Yeah, I would say I agree with you guys in the creative sense, but is that not what Eze is meant to do?
But I guess Eze might be moving on at the end of the season if someone signs him.
It'd be a big miss if they lose Eze, and you also consider how old Zaha is. How old is he?
29?
28. 27, 28.
28.
Yeah.
Okay.
20.
So he's in his prime. But yeah, I wouldn't lose hold of Eze.
I doubt they'll do that. I highly doubt that.
No,
With
I can't see him
with
going.
Zaha's contract running down, they could be in a bit of trouble over the next season. It would be silly to lose Eze now.
Cash, would you direct swap Pepe for Zaha?
Listen, I'll give them Pepe and they can keep Zaha.
Wait, what? You give them Pepe and they can keep Zaha.
You should have. That's the deal you should have done. But anyway, moving on. Who's next after Palace? I want to get through this quick because I'm actually this seemed like a really good idea.
Wolves.
Wolves.
Why don't we do half of the table now and half of the table next week?
Yeah.
We can do that if you want. We can do that because the table will change by next week.
Yeah, but you know what it is. The older you are, you can't stay up with us young bucks.
Either that or you've actually got work and priorities in the morning other than eating 4 bowls of cereals, eating Pringles on a live stream.
I'm already hungry. Let's not try to talk about
food. Need this Red Bull.
I don't eat 4 bowls of cereals.
All right, okay. Just because you didn't put them in a bowl, you're the type of guy who pours the milk in the packet, man, with a spoon.
I've tried that once.
Yeah, I know. I bet you have. I can tell.
And you've done that before as well.
Nah, do you know? I have actually done it. I got kids, right? So you know, like you buy the multi packs at Kellogg's. I've done that with them before when we've been on holiday and stuff like that. But Wolves. Let's forget Wolves. Let's quickly talk about Arsenal. Arsenal. What do I want to know? What do they need in the window?
New owners.
No, come on. As a player, if you could buy one player for one position and one only, what would it be?
Get Odegaard in on the permanent.
Listen, if I could buy one player, it will be that Jack Grealish. One player.
Yeah, realistically, who are you buying?
I'm telling you, realistically, I'm buying Grealish. I'm putting all the money down on the table. I'm saying, come change our fortunes.
I will not buy Grealish for 3 reasons. One, it's Arsenal, already injury prone. We don't need another international, England international. I know he is creatively very sound, but when you come to Arsenal, you know what happens.
He's not
And the
injury
third,
prone. We're
no,
getting
he's
that
not,
from.
but not yet. Not yet. That is the part which I'm coming to. And third thing, I think I would rather go for a player who doesn't have all the pressure of the world of performing in front of Arsenal fans. I think I would still go for Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo Silva will be a shout, you know. I think that's a shout.
He's not a 10 though. He's not
Prime's
a 10.
gone to get some cereals and Pringles. What about just as a Man United fan? I'd like to know what you think, because there's a lot of debate on what Manchester United need most. Like, there's people who think they need a centre back most. Some would say a DM they need most, a right winger, or a striker, being that Cavani's. You know, and you've got that 1 year, and a Martial is not a striker. So, what do if they Man United could fill one position? What should they prioritise?
It's got to be a striker. It's got to be a striker. For me, if you had Ireland right now, you'll still be in the race. I'm not saying you win the title, but you'll still be in the race come the end of February.
I don't think they need Haaland. But we've got Man United now. They don't need Haaland.
They need a striker who's going to bury chances.
Yeah, I know. They need Harry Kane, not Haaland.
Yeah, but Harry Kane, you can say that, but Harry Kane, for the last 3 to 4 seasons, has not been able to stay fit.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
And there's the turning up for the big game problem. And also, if you can't stay fit and you're at Man United, you need to play. You'd have the same problem as Spurs.
He can't stay fit, but he's still getting 25.
That's what the point, Prime.
Goals a season for one. I know too. You at least Man United at least have depth in that sort of area. So if Kane's out for 2-3 games,
wait, what depth?
Can play.
Nah, man, Prime.
Rashford's not a striker, man.
I know. I said Rashford can play.
Hold on, let me get that out.
Greenwood's also an actual striker as well. By the way, how we forgot about his development. Also, Kane, the way he plays, the way he can drop in and link play, the creativity he brings, it means you might not have to go for a Sancho. You could just play with Kane as a you can call it a target man, call it a false nine, whatever, and you could have two inside forwards instead of.
I ain't gonna lie, I disagree with you, Prime, because
he's not going to sign Harry Kane because Harry Kane slows down the play. Manchester United's play is based on quick counter-attack. If Harry Kane joins the team, the play will be slowed down by him. So I don't think Harry Kane will be.
Wait, so what has Harry Kane been doing at Spurs this season?
No. Do you know who needs Harry Kane? Chelsea.
Yeah, we do. And I would say the same thing as
Harry Kane would help you get the best out of Werner, in my opinion.
I know, and I'm saying the same thing about. I'm saying the same thing about Man United as I'm saying about Chelsea.
Nah, you're not. I would. If I can pick one striker for Manchester United to go for that fits the profile of a young team, building, has a good relationship with the manager, I would go for Haaland.
He's young as well.
Young. So that's the other thing. The price between Haaland and Kane, Haaland's probably cheaper.
Way cheaper.
And he's 20, so
long term.
What's the worst thing that's going to happen? You're going to.
You don't want to buy Kane for
100 in 4 years' time, aren't you?
You don't want to buy Kane for 120 mil, lose him for 3 months.
Yeah.
If personally, if you would ask me, Aubameyang would fit well at Manchester United based on how you create
I agree.
Yep. No, I can see that. Aubameyang would be great. He would be great. When I think about what Man United are buying and what they need, for me it is a striker. I agree with you, Kesh. Those I'd never understand the whole. We drew this game. I drew this game 1-1. We need a centre back. That is Man United. Like,
you know why I agree that it should be Ireland as well. If you look at the way Man United spend, if you buy Kane, what's the chances that they're going to replace him after 3 years when he's finished?
Yeah,
with someone good. So you have to take the opportunity when it's here, and Haaland is here right now.
And do you know the other thing? Kane's more likely to want Man City.
Mm.
He'll want Man City, a club that's winning trophies. That's where he would want to go. I think if Man City went in for him, he'll leave.
So the prestige of Man United doesn't affect Kane, but it would affect someone like a Sancho or Haaland.
Yeah.
No, Prime.
They're
But
young.
one thing is,
You know why, Prime? Because look at it this way, yeah? What do we say Kane's biggest flaw is? He's not won anything.
yeah.
If he leaves to go Man United, there's no guarantee that Man United is going to win something immediately.
No,
Go
I know.
City.
I didn't say this is the perfect move for Kane. I said for Man United what they should do.
Yeah, but that's,
No, again,
I think they need someone like they need a striker who can like link play for Rashford and Martial and Greenwood to get more goals. I don't think they need a striker that they need to use as a focal
yeah,
point.
but Haaland can link play. Haaland can.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying. Haaland's technically a very good footballer. He's great at running off the shoulder. He's very good movement in the box, in tight spaces. Incredible instincts. He's quicker than people actually give him credit for.
Yeah, he's very quick.
He's very strong. He put it like this. He ticks all of the boxes. I'm telling you now, he's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's number one target. He is. If Ed Woodward can do the deal, I'd actually put Man United as favourites to sign him. The only
plus
thing
he's Norwegian.
Yeah,
Sorry.
not because he's Norwegian. Ole's coached him before. The deal was about to go through. One of the main reasons why they couldn't even negotiate a deal was due to the fact that they weren't sure whether Ole was going to have a job due to all the Ole Outer talk. Ole Outer's in the mud. But you know, it's one of those things that if they were sure Ole was going to keep his job and they can offer him the money, I think because of what the project is at Manchester United, because of what they're doing and the profile of the player, I actually think it's the best option for Haaland in terms of growth. I mean, he would be huge, and that's me saying it if the club actually backed the manager in terms of other positions over the next few windows. But don't get me wrong, if I'm Haaland and I want trophies, I'm going to City. I'm going to Man City. Any player who wants to go and get trophies, they're going to Man City, aren't they? That's just it. I mean, I'm not sure Chelsea would. I'm not sure Chelsea are even in for him, if I'm honest.
No, we're not.
Yeah, can I just ask you one quick question? A lot of people say that Manchester United's defense is this or that. But why do you think they gave Harry Maguire the armband as soon as he came to Manchester United from Leicester? Like without even trying to earn it?
I think it was part of the deal. I think it was part of the deal of getting him, if I'm honest. I personally, I see Bruno as the future captain. I do see that just because of the sort of leader he is. I've got no real issue with who is wearing the armband. Like for me, especially if you're a top six side, everybody on the pitch should be a leader. The armband shouldn't really mean too much in terms of that, but it counts at the top end when it comes to semi-finals, finals, where you need somebody to look to really lift you. I'm not sure whether you can really do that from centre back as well as you can from midfield. You know, like the whole Bruno thing. Bruno establishes himself in the Premier League, becomes a Manchester United captain. They start buying the strikers, the players that they need to build a team, whether it's under Ole or any other manager. It makes sense. It just feels right, you know, for Bruno to be the captain. I'd say the same for Arsenal. I think Arsenal could do with a world-class midfielder who becomes captain, and actually I think that takes a lot of the pressure off of Aubameyang. You probably find Aubameyang scores more goals. Just let him do his thing. Do you know what I mean?
The reason I'm asking you is because if Maguire messes up for England, he's always expendable because he's not the skipper. He can always be taken out. Like we had this problem this season with Arteta not able to drop Aubameyang because he was the captain of the team.
No, Aubameyang wasn't dropped because he was the captain. He was dropped because of it, or
No, he wasn't. He wasn't dropped till.
No. What I mean is he couldn't be dropped because of his quality. It's even if he's going through bad form, it's kind of hard to drop someone of that sheer quality. Where with Aubameyang, yes, he might miss a lot of chances, but if he gets one and he scores,
No, the thing is, when Unai Emery was manager, Xhaka was the skipper. So it was very easy and convenient for him to make Aubameyang a super sub. But Arteta couldn't do the same, and he overplayed him for quite a few weeks till he finally got injured and then was dropped from the team. So that is what I meant, was that when you are the captain of the team or the skipper of the team, it's always difficult to drop you. So Maguire could be easily dropped from the England team because he's not, like, if he does something wrong or he messes things up, but it becomes that much tougher for a manager to drop him from the Manchester United squad, because he's going to be surely on the squad, on the sheet, on the team sheet. So
I think that Maguire actually does a lot more work than people actually give him credit for. I mean, it's the partnership that's the problem at Manchester United for me, the centre back partnership. I don't think Maguire is a bad player at all. He's added a lot. I think we're near on 40% improvement defensively since he's come in, and obviously that's Wan-Bissaka as well. You have to add into that. But Maguire's undroppable for Solskjaer right now. That's just the way it is. Is he a Van Dijk? No. Is he anywhere near him? No. But he's what we've got. I think I don't really see his ability to be a captain. I'll be honest with you. I don't get that. I think that's part of the deal. I don't know whether he's even an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer transfer target, because we know Mourinho wanted him. So I think it was a long-term target, a long-term plan. But that's just the way Man United move. I don't have to tell you about bad signings or just going about them in the wrong way as Arsenal fans. Prime won't really understand being a Chelsea fan. You just buy players, don't get the best out of them, and then buy some more players in terms of strikers. That's what happens. But I think we're going to wrap up because
I can't tell if that was a dig at Chelsea or Arsenal.
No, I'm saying that Man United and Arsenal have been very similar in terms of signings over the last decade or so. They've been the same. Chelsea are very much like. Chelsea have got a history of buying strikers and them not performing. They've got a history of that.
Curse. Yeah, curse of the number 9.
Yeah, please listen. I really rate Haaland. Don't go for him, man. Don't go for him.
Don't ruin it for a lot of people.
Yeah, man. Don't ruin it for Haaland. Don't do it. Stay away from him. Prime put a word in. But listen, people. Thank you for tuning in. It's really late. I'm tired. I got to get up for work in like 6 hours as well. I can't be bothered, but I'm going to have to do that. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share the video if you can. I appreciate that. And go and follow everybody on socials. Go back and watch Forward Watch, where you can see where everyone's socials are, things like that. And the shout outs, actually, it was quite interesting, the Liverpool slander. Tomorrow, big games. Make sure you tune into the Football Terrace for that. Sunday, biggest game this weekend, as far as I'm concerned, is the Chelsea Man United game. Make sure you tune into the Terrace for that, and I'll be back on Monday. I'm going to start doing some Manchester United content on here. Maybe I'll get some of the Chelsea boys involved in that, and maybe some neutrals as well. And we'll talk about the game and whatever happens in that. And 7 o'clock is Niall's show, League One and League Two. If you're a League One or League Two fan, or you know any League One or League Two fans, get us on Twitter and watch the show. Niall does an incredible loan watch where he talks about players on loan from Premier League clubs in those 2 leagues. Actually is really interesting, and he really does his homework on that. So please go and check that out if you're watching this back. But listen, good night, people. I'm really tired. Appreciate everybody jumping in the comments, everybody on the stream. Prime, as always. Kesh, Natish, go and check out his channel as well. But we're out, people. I'm tired. Take it easy. Enjoy the weekend of football.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, Prime.
Bye.